Today, we're going to be talking about should I pay off my mortgage or buy rental property or buy more rental property. Welcome back. My name's Michael Slane, the discount property investor. Thank you so much for watching today. Today, we're going to be talking about should I pay off my mortgage or buy rental property or buy more rental property. And this was from a friend of mine has one rental property and they were thinking about buying more, but they were also thinking about paying off or paying down their mortgage really aggressively. And the answer to that really depends, and it's going to depend on a number of different factors. And I can't really just give you a one size fits all answer, but we will talk about all the things that you should consider before making that decision. So first and foremost, you need to look at your personal financial situation. I do not like the Dave Ramsey method. I don't like the idea of paying down all debt first. And before you ever buy rental properties, I just don't think it makes sense, as rental real estate has been historically one of the best investments someone can make. One of the easiest ones for them to actually control the outcome of and create wealth for themselves and their family and actually create multi-generational wealth. It's proven to do that over time. So again, to me, I don't like that idea of saying don't invest in the best asset class, don't take advantages of leverage, don't take advantages of all the tax advantages that you have from investing in real estate until you've paid off all your debt and paid off your mortgage and paid off everything and have 6 months of savings. Again, that is a very, very conservative viewpoint, in my opinion. I also think that Dave Ramsey invested in some very advanced or higher level securities that he lost a lot of money in real estate through that. But again, I don't think that's what the average person is thinking about when they're thinking about investing in real estate. So get all that out there on the table. That's where I'm at. Let's get back on topic and look at our personal situation. So where is your income level at? Do you have extra money coming in each month? Most of us only have one job or one source of income. So it's very important to take that into consideration. If you only have one source of income, how stable is that source of income? Will you be there for a long time? Is that going to remain something you're going to be able to rely on? So again, is your employment certain, your income stream certain? How much do you have in savings? If you don't have a rainy day fund, and again, I'm not pushing that 6 months, but if you don't have any emergency fund and you don't have any retirement savings, then it's probably not the best idea to pay off your mortgage. There's a couple reasons for that. One, the mortgage itself, the taxes on that are deductible. The interest that you're paying is deductible. So again, you're not paying taxes on that side of it. So again, it just makes sense to have that mortgage as something you can write off or write down. The high interest rate debt. So if you have a credit card and you're making payments on a credit card, you probably shouldn't be paying off a lower interest rate mortgage that's financed over a long period of time. Yes, it may give you a warm, fuzzy feeling to know that your house is paid off and that the credit cards have a balance because the credit cards, they're not secured by anything, whereas that mortgage is secured by that piece of property that you're living in. So that's another thing to consider. But here's the thing, you're throwing away money by paying high interest debt or credit card debt. So I would recommend paying that off first. So that is the first step, is to look at your personal financial situation. And then it's to weigh a couple of other things that you take into consideration. So some pros and some cons of paying off your mortgage versus investing in rental real estate. And I'll do this relatively quickly. Paying off your mortgage means that no monthly mortgage payment. And that is the reason I think most people really want to pay off that mortgage. Oh man, I don't want to have this huge payment over my head. Most people, their mortgage is one of their highest expenses, one of the most expensive things that they're paying for each month. So yeah, get rid of that monthly payment. It's going to feel good. The thing is, most people actually escrow their taxes and insurance. So although you may not have a monthly payment, you're still going to have an annual tax bill due and an annual insurance payment. So yes, you are lowering or eliminating that monthly payment, but you are still having or incurring expenses with that property. And we kind of talked about it. That gives you that warm, fuzzy feelings. That's kind of like a peace of mind, a security blanket. The next one, if you pay it off early, you're going to have more equity in your house. So instead of having that cash in the bank, you push that into your mortgage. Now you've got a lot of equity. So that is a good thing. If you needed to tap into that, you could with a home equity line or through refinancing the property. I like to refinance myself, pull out some of that equity. And that is a good thing as a real estate investor, pulling out equity out of our rentals. We do that all the time, and that actually puts money in our pocket that is considered a debt, not an income. So it's kind of helpful there in taxes as well. Another thing is, what do you want out of life? Do you want to have little to no debt, or do you want to have a lot of debt? I personally want to have a ton of debt. Money is very, very inexpensive right now, and that has been my goal for the past few years, is to increase my debt level because that means I control more assets, or I have more assets that the bank is willing to lend on. So increasing my debt means increasing the number of properties that I have. So those are some pros about having it, or having a mortgage paid off. Some things you may not think about, or some cons to doing that, which to me is your lack of ability to invest that money in a higher return investment, such as a rental property or something else. So that's my suggestion. So cons of paying off your mortgage is, yeah, again, you're losing out. There's an opportunity cost. If you had $100,000 to pay off the mortgage, you could go buy 5 rental properties and put $20,000 down, and you could have 5 properties that are going to bring in $300 to $500 per month each, which could in and of themselves pay off or pay your mortgage payment each month. Your money is then no longer available. So obviously, if you had that $100,000 in savings and you push it into your mortgage, that money's gone unless you do a HELOC or unless you do a refinance. You don't have it. So that is one option. Another thing to consider. Yeah, so those are kind of the cons. I think opportunity cost is the biggest reason why I would say don't do it. You can do better. You can make more money investing it somewhere else. Again, it does require a little bit of work being a landlord or property owner. So if that's not something that you have in your heart as something you want to do, own, manage rental real estate, then maybe paying it off makes sense, and investing in something you have less control over makes sense for you. For me, I like to try to achieve the highest returns I can. We actually do that by achieving almost infinite returns through something we call the BRRRR method. What we do is buy properties without someone else's money. We fix them up, and then we refinance them with bank money. We get all of our money back to the investor, plus a little extra for us. And again, that's how we acquire rental properties. I talk a ton about this in the free Landlord course. You can check that out at freelandlordcourse.com. I'll stick a link below. So that's, again, my big thing. Should you pay off your mortgage, or should I invest in rental real estate? I'm an investor. I love investing. I like acquiring debt. I think debt is a good thing when someone else is paying it for you. So that's my opinion. Go out there, guys. Let's go build some wealth. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe.